Hi Flosstube, I'm back with another video and I've got lots of fun progress to show you guys today. Before I get started though, just some housekeeping, life updates sort of things. I was really torn on whether or not to record and post today because we had a bit of a family emergency yesterday, so life's just crazy as always, and I really am super far behind on housework, but I decided I really wanted to record. I didn't record last week when I wanted to because I was having some health things going on, so I really wanted to record. But what I'm gonna do is just record the video tonight, which is Monday, March 21st, and then I'll probably not post it until Wednesday or Thursday of this week, just because it takes a long time to record the video and then process and render it and post it and put all the links in the description and all that stuff. It's kind of daunting for one night. So I'll record tonight and then hopefully get it up Wednesday or Thursday of this week. But yeah, so yesterday my 2-year-old, while we were at church, in my husband's office at our church, we were playing and he got really excited and got up to run around the choir room, and he tripped and fell headfirst right into the edge of the door and just busted his forehead wide open. It was a really deep cut, lots of blood. We had to take him to the emergency room to get stitches. He was a trooper. He's doing fine. There was no concussion or anything. He was running around the emergency room like he owned the place and climbing everywhere, so he was acting completely normal afterwards. And yeah, he was a champ, didn't even flinch while they were giving him the stitches. So he's doing great. Me and my husband are probably more traumatized than he was. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get the sound of him hitting out of my head. It was just awful, but he's great. He's doing really great, but I was a little too frazzled yesterday to get all the stuff done that I normally do on Sunday afternoons, like laundry and everything like that. So definitely need to get my butt in gear and get caught up a little bit on those things, but I really did want to record and share with you guys. So yeah, toddlers, I guess it happens sometimes, but it's not fun in the meantime. So I think the worst part for him so far though has been changing the band-aid, because it's so close to his hairline. It's impossible to keep a band-aid on it without getting his little peach fuzz baby hairs caught in the band-aid, and so he just is not happy when we have to change that band-aid. But I think if that's the worst part, then he's doing just fine. So he got 3 stitches and he'll have a nice little Harry Potter scar on his forehead, I guess. But yeah, so that's about it for life updates though. Now, you know, when your baby gets hurt, pretty much everything else in your mind goes out the window. So I don't really have anything else to share or report on that end. We are supposed to have some pretty bad storms tonight though, so it's not storming yet. But it's really windy, so if you hear rattling, that's just the wind rattling the screens on our windows, or some whistling. That's just the wind, so I apologize for that, but I'm trying to also record this before we get any thunder or anything crazy going on. So with that being said, let's get into the stitching. I didn't work on a whole lot of projects since my last video, but I got a fair amount of progress done on things. So I'm really excited to share with you guys. And there's not going to be any order to this. I'm not going to do haul and then finishes and then progress, because some of my haul ties in with my finishes and my starts and different things. So we're just kind of go. And yeah, this should be a really short video, but I'm really excited to share with you guys. So first up, I have a fully finished. So I know, Christina, who fully finished something? It's crazy, but yes. So I framed this piece, which I showed you guys back in my very first video. as a finish, that something I had finished a couple of years ago and I just never framed it. So this is a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads kit, and I think it's called just the Gazebo or something like that. But yeah, so if you guys have never done a Mill Hill kit, first of all, I highly recommend it. They're great if you just want something like really pretty but like low key, because yeah, it's usually not a whole lot of colors. You get to play with some beads. It's on perforated paper, so you don't have to deal with Q-snaps or hoops or anything like that. And the thing I really love about it is Mill Hill makes these frames that fit the projects perfectly. And in the kit, in the instructions, they actually tell you exactly what color frame of theirs that the model on their picture was framed in, but they also give you 3 other options that they think go really well with the project. So I think that's wonderful, because if you're like me and you do 99.9% of your stitchy shopping online, then it's kind of hard to tell colors online to see if it's really going to match your project. So it's great that they give you basically 4 options of frames that they know are going to match. So I really love that. So this was one of the frames they recommended, this blue one. And so I just purchased that, and I've gotten the frames from 123 Stitch. I've gotten them from Fat Quarter Shop. Just about any of your online stitch stores carry them. And all I do is I Google the color, and I said, like, and they also give you like their SKU number in the instructions too. So you Google the color and the SKU number, and it'll pop right up with a whole bunch of different stores you can buy it from. So those are awesome. And if you remember from that very first video, I actually bought this as a set of 3 Mill Hill Buttons and Beads kits that Hirschner's was selling on sale if you bought all 3 together. So they were like autumn themed. So one of the other ones I had shown you that I had already framed, let me see, this is the top, okay, was this one, so the Autumn Wreath. So I had already framed this in my very first video and showed that. So these 2 came together. And then the third one I have not framed yet is these autumn trees. I love this one so much. I just love those yellows and oranges. Those colors are just beautiful. I love them. So these 3 all came in a set. So this will be my next one to fully finish. And I had not purchased the frame for this one yet. So that's part of my haul, is I did go and purchase that frame from Fat Quarter Shop. And they also recommended the purple one for this. So these are going to be great to hang up together, because I can put the 2 purple ones with the blue one in the middle. And they're all like nice autumn themed little stitches. And then on the back, I just did the paper. This one you see this one's a little more wrinkly than this one. So I still have to spritz this down with a little bit of water, and then that'll tighten up. But then I'll be done with these. The other thing I purchased to go along with finishing, because I'm really trying hard to get my stuff finished, is Fat Quarter Shop sells, I'll have to take them out of the bag. There's a big glare. Sorry about that. So Fat Quarter Shop sells these, and I do not initial and date my projects. I know some people do, some people don't. It's totally personal preference. But Fat Quarter Shop sells these little pockets and these little library cards. Oop, I'm getting washed out here. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust the light. There we go. So they sell these little library cards. So it just like literally looks like a library card. But you can write all your information on there, the designer, what you stitched it on, the threads you used, what you framed it in, anything you want, your dates, your name, all of that. And then it goes in these little pockets, and then you can stick the pockets to the back of your framed pieces. So I think that's such a cute idea, since I don't initial and date them, but I would love to have that information. Instead of just like writing it freehand, you have this like little lines that you can follow and just keep it nice and neat and really cute. Plus I love books, so I like the library card idea. I think that's super cute. So I bought these. They come in a pack of 12. So that'll last you a while. So really cute. So I'll have to stick those on my frames when I'm done. So yeah, so I actually got some finishing done. I'm really excited, and I'm hoping to frame that other one this week. So hopefully I'll have another fully finished to show you next video. Okay, so next, moving on. So the other project I worked on was, oh, hold on, I have to close my pattern up. Here we go. Okay, so back to my Cornwall Cottage sampler. I started and finished the last freebie in here. So I've never worked on any other Rosewood Manor patterns. I have one that somebody gave me, and I don't think I've ever even opened the booklet, so I'll have to look. But I've heard that they do freebies in a lot of their pattern booklets. So I stitched all of their freebies. All the rest of them are going to be ornaments, but this one was a little bit bigger, so I'm going to be framing it. And I'm going to try and get a similar frame to the big sampler I did and have it as a complementary piece. So I can't show you a picture of it from the pattern because they just, all it is the pattern. But here was the freebie. So this is on 32 count cream Belfast linen, and they use Weeks Dye Works. Yes, Weeks Dye Works. So I used all the called for colors, and basically this motif here was one of the Quakers in the large pattern. So you see over here, it's this motif, just larger. So I have this motif, and then it was charted with all of the letters in the same colors that they wound up within the sampler. So that's why all of them are like shades of green. So there's 2 shades of green, and that's just how it happened to work out based on how the colors worked out for the alphabet in the large sampler. But so you can change those if you just wanted to alternate, like dark green, light green, red, dark green, light green, red, something like that. You could change it so that they're not all green except for that M. But I actually like how it turned out because my last name is May. So, you know, it's sort of like welcome to our family, and we have a little, and like, you know, the M is just a different color. So I thought that actually turned out really neat. But you could change the colors of the letters to alternate more evenly if you don't want it to look like that, just the random M in red. The other thing I did change is when I purchased the sampler, I purchased it from 123 Stitch, and if you've ever shopped on 123 Stitch, whenever you pull up a pattern, on the side they have suggestions for like floss and fabric. So like whatever the called for floss and fabric are, if they sell it, they'll list it on the same page, and so that you can just click whatever you need and kind of kit it up right there on the website. So that's what I did. So I clicked all the called for floss, and they, you know, had a suggested number of skeins for each. So that's what they gave me, and it was more than enough to do the whole pattern plus all the minis. The one exception is so this motif here, this just border vine, this was going all the way around the large one, and it was supposed to be the light green as the leaves and the dark green as the stem. And as I was stitching it, I realized when I got like halfway through this top portion of the green leaves that I was not going to have enough of the light green to finish. So I was like, oh, I just want to finish it this week. I was so close to being done. And my husband was like, well, why don't you just like change the colors up and use like the light green on the top and the dark green on the bottom. And so that's what I did, but I didn't want the stem then to be the dark green. So I used the brown that came with in the kit as well, that was in the large sampler but not called for in this one, as the stem. So those are the only changes I made. So it's all the called for colors. I just kind of switched up the bottom so that I could finish it without having to buy more of that grasshopper Weeks Dye Works color. And I think it turned out really cool. It kind of looks like a shadow, you know, because the darker leaves are on the bottom. So I'm really happy with that. And like I said, I'm going to try and get a frame that matches the one that I got for the large sampler and have them as complementary pieces together. So another finish. I think I've had a finish in every video I've filmed this year, which is like crazy to me because I feel like I never finish anything. So it's making me feel really, really productive. Like I'm getting stuff done, and it's really exciting for me. Okay, moving on. So the next one was Welcome to Gotham City. So that's that pattern. And this is from Country Magic Stitch. They have both an Etsy store and their own website. So you can get this pattern on either of those. And I will list it below. This is a gift for somebody. And since the last time I showed it, I really did not get much done at all. It probably looks to you guys like I got nothing done. I got 100 stitches filled in this dark green area here. So just 100 stitches, and the stitches are so tiny it really looks like I did nothing. But that's okay. But yeah. So that one I didn't really work on very much. And the other thing I worked on that I got a lot of progress on is Autumn Beauties. So there's what that one looks like. And so this was a Stitch Quarterly pattern, or Fat Quarter Shop exclusive pattern, sorry. So you can buy that on their website, and I am stitching it on Oatmeal 14 Count Ada by Lori Holt for Zweigart, and I'm using they called for Classic Colorworks. And so this is what I got done. So I think last time I had almost finished the border. I think I just had the white to do, or maybe I had just finished the border. I don't really remember. But so I got all these sunflowers put in and the little green leaves, and I started on this pumpkin here. So all I have left is, so I gotta finish this pumpkin and do the sign and the wheelbarrow with all the pumpkins. And I gotta finish up the second sunflower over here. And then, yeah, everything in the wheelbarrow. And then I'll be done. It's going much faster now that this border is done. It was a lot of fun to do that like gingham check, but it's kind of a beast to stitch because it's a lot of stitches. But yeah, so loving that for sure. And then the last thing I have to show you, like I said, this is gonna be a short video. So I actually won a giveaway, guys. Janet Jabber had a huge giveaway for hitting 3,000 subscribers, so congratulations to her. And she gave away, I think, 10 prizes. It was a really big giveaway, and I won one of them. So what I won was another Mill Hill kit, which is great because I love Mill Hill kits. Glare, hold on here we go. So I won this Aqua Chick and Jim Shore Mill Hill kit. So this is an ornament kit, so with DMC and Mill Hill beads on it. And so it's this little chick that looks like an Easter egg, and you stitch on perforated paper just like most of the Mill Hill kits. But so you stitch on one piece of perforated paper the front and on one the back, and then you whip stitch them together to make a little ornament. So super cute. And I have a little white, like birch looking tree that lights up that I got for Easter this year. And I got my kiddo some paper mache eggs that he decorated for Easter, and we hung the eggs on the tree. So once I get these all stitched up, which will not happen this year for Easter, but then I can hang these on that tree. So he had fun decorating it this year, and I'll have fun decorating it hopefully next year. But I did some research, and I may have just hinted at this, but I did some research on this, and I found out that the year Jim Shore did this kit, he actually did 6 eggs. So they're all chicks that look like eggs, and they're just different colors. So because I'm me and I'm obsessive, I went and I purchased the other 5 kits as well. So my husband was funny when I told him I did that. He was like, so how much did your free prize that you won cost you? He's not wrong, but I don't care. So this is the one I won, and I purchased the yellow chick, the blue chick, sorry about that glare, guys, the white chick, I really like that one, the purple chick, and the pink chick. And because I finished that Rosewood Manor freebie, I picked one at random. I just like literally reached into my stitchy basket and grabbed one, and I grabbed the pink one, so I started on that. So I almost have the front done. I just have to fill in a couple more like regular stitches, and then all the rest of the front is beading. So they stitch up really fast. I only worked on this for about 2 days. So yeah, just a couple hours each night. So they do really stitch up fast, and that's what I love about Mill Hill kits. They're just kind of fun, and they always look beautiful, and the beads make it sparkly and fun. So really enjoying that. But yeah, that's everything, guys. So plans, I think the next couple weeks I'm gonna probably work a little bit more on that Jim Shore Mill Hill kit. Probably a little bit on Welcome to Gotham City, and I'm gonna work on my Art Deco alphabet magnets that I'm doing. I think I'm gonna also pull out the cross stitch quilt that I was working on. I haven't shown you guys that one in a long time, but my grandmother had started cross stitching like a stamped cross stitch quilt for my kiddo, and she wanted me to finish it. It's not going to be finished when he's young enough to use it, but I'll definitely finish it and give it to him at some point, you know, for his kids, or just to have, you know, as a keepsake, something that his grandmother wanted him to have. But I haven't worked on it in a while, so I think I'm going to pull that one out again, and then maybe also go back to my knitting, and yeah, probably also Autumn Beauties, because I just really like that piece, but I don't think it's going to be in my rotation officially, but I might put a few stitches in it. And yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, that's it. So thank you guys for coming back and watching and sharing your time with me. Have a wonderful few weeks until the next time I record, and happy stitching. Bye, guys.